we will commence Unit 2, which is network reduction and theorems. In that, first we will discuss Thevenin's and Norton theorems. First we shall discuss Thevenin's theorem. So this Thevenin theorem is a very important and useful theorem. So through this theorem, any complex network consisting of sources and other components can be reduced to a single voltage source in series with the resistance. This is called a Thevenin equivalent circuit. So any complex linear circuit with many sources and components can be represented by a voltage source in series with the resistance. That is by a Thevenin equivalent circuit. So here we have a complex, in this box, you have a complex linear circuit. You can replace this by means of a single voltage source that is called Thevenin voltage in series with a resistance called Thevenin's resistance. So this can be represented by means of this simplified equivalent circuit called Thevenin equivalent circuit. Here V Thevenin is nothing but open circuit voltage across terminals A and B, and R Thevenin is nothing but open circuit resistance across the terminals A and B when the sources are removed and replaced by their internal resistances. That means voltage sources are short circuited while current sources are open circuited. We will illustrate this Thevenin's theorem by means of a simple example, and then a little bit complex example. Find the current through the 2 ohm resistor in the given circuit through Thevenin's theorem. So there are so many ways by which you can get solution to this problem. But here specifically we must apply Thevenin's theorem to find current through this 2 ohm resistor, which is the load resistor RL. Okay. So to find this, first we will find out the Thevenin voltage. Next we will find out the Thevenin resistance. So to find Thevenin voltage, you have to remove the load resistor. This is a load resistor. This you have to remove. And then open circuit voltage across terminals A and B. So remove this RL and find out what is the open circuit voltage across the terminals A and B, which is nothing but Thevenin voltage V Thevenin. Which is nothing but Thevenin voltage V Thevenin. So we'll apply this step. So what I have done is just we removed the RL, load resistance removed, and we have open circuit across terminals A and B. So you measure this open circuit voltage across terminals A and B, which is nothing but Thevenin voltage. Of course, you can apply voltage divider rule. By voltage divider rule, so you know what is voltage divider rule. Voltage across a resistor in a series circuit is nothing but equal to value of that resistor divided by sum of the resistors multiplied by source voltage. So in this case, V Thevenin equal to value of that resistor 6 divided by sum of the resistors 6 plus 3, multiplied by the source voltage, 36 volt. So if you simplify this, you are getting V Thevenin equal to 24 volt. So the V Thevenin is represented like this. That is nothing but 24 volt. Next we have to find out R Thevenin. Next we have to find out R Thevenin. Here what you have to do is you have to short circuit the voltage source V. Suppose if you have any current sources in the circuit, you have to open circuit it. So voltage sources must be short circuited, current sources must be open circuited. And then you measure the resistance across the terminals A and B. That is nothing but Thevenin resistance. So you take our example circuit. So what I have done is, of course, this is, if you want, this is the terminal A, terminal B. This, the voltage source gets short circuited. Right now you measure the resistance between the 2 points A and B. So I redraw the circuit for your convenience, right, which is nothing but, so this is nothing but 3 ohm in parallel with the 6 ohm, right? So you know very well the formula R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. So if you apply that, so 3 into 6 divided by 3 plus 6, 18 by 9 equal to 2 ohm. So the R Thevenin is going to be 2 ohm. Now using this V Thevenin and R Thevenin, you draw the Thevenin equivalent circuit. So the Thevenin equivalent circuit is, so V Thevenin we have found 24 volt, R Thevenin 2 ohm, R Thevenin must be in series, and we have the open terminal A and B. Now you join the resistor RL across the terminals A and B. Okay, so now we have just joined, right? So now it will become a closed circuit. So this enclosed region is your Thevenin equivalent circuit. So current starts from the positive terminal, it reaches a negative terminal. So we have to find out what is the current flowing through this. Okay, of course, current through RL is given by, you can apply the Ohm's law, I equal to V Thevenin divided by these two resistors, sum of these two resistors. V Thevenin divided by R Thevenin plus RL ampere. I equal to V Thevenin is 24 divided by R Thevenin 2 ohm. RL is also 2 ohm. 24 divided by 2 plus 2 ampere. I equal to 24 divided by 4 ampere. Finally, I equal to 6 amperes. Okay. So next we shall, again we will work out the Thevenin equivalent circuit or Thevenin's theorem, but this time with a little bit complex circuit. So it is a bridge network or bridge circuit. So using Thevenin's theorem, find current through the 2 ohm resistor. So it is a bridge network. Okay. So here, so this is a source R1, R2, R3, R4. These form one bridge. Okay. So between terminals A and B, we have the load resistance 2 ohm. So you have to find out what is the current through this RL using Thevenin's theorem. Okay. So this point you see, this point is D. So for our convenience, I can redraw the circuit. Same circuit, just for our easy understanding, it can be redrawn like this. Okay. So here, I think it is visible. Same circuit, just we are redrawn in a straight manner instead of any bending, just a straight manner. So in this case, the current I or current from the source, You can even call it as IS, source current. Okay. So current from the DC supply, that is the source current, starts from the positive terminal. Some current will flow through this R3 and R4. Remaining current will flow through R1, R2. Right? You know very well, whenever current flows through a resistor, a voltage will be dropped across it. So that voltage will be dropped across R3. You may call it as VR3, across R4, VR4, R1, VR1, R2, VR2. And remember, the polarity for the voltage drop. The current entry point will be plus, current leaving point is minus. Right? Next, we will find VThevenin. As we have seen in the last problem. Remove RL. First, remove the load resistor, and you can mark polarities of voltage drops across resistors. Okay. So that RL is removed. Across this open circuit, that voltage is Thevenin voltage, VThevenin. Now, these are all the voltage drops, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus, plus minus. You can write VR3. Of course, I have not written here, but if you want, you can write voltage across R3 is VR3, voltage across R4 is VR4, voltage across R1 is VR1, voltage across R2 is VR2. So now, we have 30 volt connected across R3 and R4. These two are in series. Similarly, so this is one series circuit. Voltage is 30 volts. Similarly, 6 ohm, 4 ohm, R1 and R2 are connected in series. Same voltage will appear across this, right? So you can use voltage divider rule, right? Using that, you can find out what is the voltage across this, what is the voltage across this, what is the voltage across this, what is the voltage across this. Okay. So you apply voltage divider rule, VR3 equal to value of that resistor divided by sum of the resistors. 3 divided by 3 plus 6 multiplied by source voltage. You get 10 volts. VR4 equal to 6 divided by 3 plus 6 into 30 volts. That is 20 volts. VR1, value of that resistor is 6 divided by the sum of the resistors, 6 plus 4 multiplied by 30 volt. So it comes out to be 18 volts. And finally VR2 equal to 4 divided by 6 plus 4 multiplied by 30 volts. That is equal to 12 volts. So now these voltage drops, just we have marked 10 volts, 20 volt, 18 volt, 12 volt with the correct polarities. Now we have to find out what is VThevenin. So here upper you have one loop. This is one loop. This lower part you have another loop. So you can choose any loop, either upper loop or lower loop, and you apply Kirchhoff's voltage law to get the VThevenin, right? So you can take lower loop also, upper loop also, but I have taken lower loop. You can also, you can take upper loop and try to apply Kirchhoff's voltage law and see whether you are getting the same answer, right? So now we consider the lower loop, considering lower loop. So this is a lower loop. So this is, of course, if you want, you can put A, B. Now, you imagine you are starting at this point You are starting at this point, right? And you have to move through the loop in the clockwise direction. That is very important, right? So move in the clockwise direction. You start moving. Here, VThevenin, you are moving from positive to negative. It is potential drop or voltage drop. You are moving here. R3, you are moving from positive to negative. It is potential drop or voltage drop. You are coming like this. Through R4, you are moving from negative to positive. So that is potential rise. Finally, you are reaching the starting point. KVL is nothing but sum of the voltage rises equal to sum of the voltage drop when taken in the clockwise direction. Okay. So in this case, the sum of the potential drops equal to sum of the potential rise. Anyway, you can write. So here, left hand side, I have taken the potential drops. See, this VThevenin is a potential drop. This 12 volt is another potential drop. So sum of the potential drops, VThevenin plus 12 equal to only one potential rise equal to 20. So VThevenin equal to 20 minus 12, VThevenin equal to 8. So we have VThevenin equal to 8. Next we will find out what is RThevenin. To find RThevenin, remove RL. Right? Remove RL. Already we have removed RL. First you have to remove RL and you have to short circuit the voltage source V. Okay. We will see in a step-by-step manner. Then only you can understand that. So I can close this, right? So what we have done is, we removed the load resistor RL and we have short circuited the voltage source. So whatever resistance you are going to find out across the terminals A and B, that is going to be the Thevenin resistance or Thevenin. Okay. So next what I am going to do is, same circuit. After short circuiting, this is simply a wire, right? So that means this C and D, these two are single point, right? The C and D are single point, okay, because of the short circuit. So to find out this RThevenin, same circuit we will redraw for our convenience. Same circuit, only we are going to redraw for our convenience. So what I am going to do is, we will keep the single point CD at the bottom, right? Say for example, so this is your CD, I have taken it at bottom. I am putting this point A here, point B here. In between we are going to measure RThevenin. So now from point A, you see this circuit from point A to the point CD. So this entire thing is CD, R4 is connected. So point A to CD, R4 is connected. This is the same circuit, just we are redrawing for our convenience. And then same point A, R3 is connected to the same CD. So point A, R3 is connected to same CD. So likewise, point B, R2 is connected to point CD. So point B, this is a point B, R2 is connected to this common point CD. Again from point B, R1 is connected to this common point. So point B, R1 is connected to the common point. So this is the same circuit. This entire thing is this CD. Okay. So same circuit we have redrawn this. Now it is very clear, this 6 R4 and R3 are parallel. This R2 and R1 are connected in parallel. So you know the formula, R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Just we apply that formula. So this will be 6 into 3 divided by 6 plus 3, 18 by 9, 2 ohm. Here 6 into 4 divided by 6 plus 4 ohm equal to 24 divided by 10 equal to 2.4 ohm. So your circuit becomes like this. Now these two ohm are connected in series because they have only one common point CD. So finally you can write the step I have shown, 2 plus 2.4, 4.4. So RThevenin is 4.4. Next we draw the Thevenin equivalent circuit. VThevenin 8 volt, RThevenin 4.4. We have the terminal A and B. Now you can connect rejoin the load resistor RL. So now we have just reconnected the load resistor RL. Current starts from positive terminal. It flows through this RL. It reaches a negative terminal. So current through RL, apply the Ohm's law. I equal to VThevenin divided by RThevenin plus RL ampere. Substitute the values, equal to 8 divided by 4.4 plus 2 ampere. Suppose if you calculate this, you get 1.225 ampere. That is going to be the final answer.